Australians are thirsty people. However you work up a thirst, you'll always get great drink specials with Thirsty Camel's Hump Club. Join now, thirstycamel.com.au.
The team really had to come back hard after the disaster of last week, and certainly for a half it looked like the team was really on song, but unfortunately the boys weren't able to sustain it.
Yeah, that's right, Beast. You don't win too many games when you play, probably 50, 60 minutes of decent football. I don't really buy into the excuse that it's because we're a young side either. I think I said a couple of weeks ago, the reality is we're all AFL footballers, so the effort and the skills and the decision making, it's just got to be there. It's expected, and we just got to keep drumming that into every play to make sure we get something out of the next 5 weeks.
So, is that area of the game been an issue for a long period of this year? That boys just haven't been able to make the right call or the right execution in the course of games?
I think so. I think there's clearly been different things, throughout the year, but that's something that seems to be constant. Is our decision making. Sometimes we make great decisions, but we miss the kicks. So we need to clean that up. We've got to make sure we're trusting that every player on the list is working really hard during the week, so we don't continue to see the same mistakes, because that's probably when you've got real issues, when you keep saying the same things over and over and over. So we've got to make sure that doesn't happen.
And that is an emphasis, a real emphasis during the course of the week these days. Track work and players you train. Yeah,
no doubt, and especially since Barks has come on, he's really fattened the program up. Extra time during sessions and during the week to ensure that guys have got plenty of time to work on their skills and their craft, because I think sometimes it can be a little bit dominated by time on your feet and time inside. But the fact is, if you're not getting better, you need to practice more. So Barks has made sure that's been happening.
As an older player, do you get empowered by John, to maybe take the lead a little bit on the track, or is that always something you've done anyway?
Oh, it's something I've done for a while, but I think when you're going the way we are, it's even more important. First, you've got to make sure you're doing it yourself, so you can then pass that message on. But we've got a pretty young, impressionable list, so it's times like this the leaders need to stand up and set good examples and be really demanding of every player on the list, because it's a team sport. We need 45 players challenging each other to make sure that we perform the best we can.
When the team's languishing, how much harder does it become to hang in, from game to game? 5 games to go, whatever it is, and it probably seems like an eternity. But how hard is it to actually hang in there?
Well, it just can't be hard. We spoke about Juddy after the game. You never know when it's going to finish. It was clearly his last year, but he'd be loved to still be playing now, albeit we're not going that well. He didn't want to finish like he did, and it just illustrated that you never know when it's going to end. So you can't look at it like a chore or it being hard. The fact is, we're very, very privileged to play this game, under a roof. So if it's getting too hard, you need to have a good hard look at yourself, I think, and realise how lucky you are and what you owe to the club, the guys standing next to you, and the members and the supporters.
It's been a difficult week for football, for obvious reasons, and I did ask Clem Smith in an earlier interview how he looked at the situation. What's your view on what's happened with Adam Goodes this week and the fallout from it?
Look, I think there's arguments about why, or why he's being booed, but I think it's almost beyond the point now. The fact that a champion of our games felt the need to step away for a while, I find it disgraceful. It shouldn't happen, and regardless of why people think they're booing now, the fact is it's bullying now. To keep doing something that's clearly affecting, as I said, a champion of our game, it needs to stop, and hopefully it does as soon as he's back.